you'll have plenty to say about this one.
Yeah. Oof.
But we got Patriots get a win and improve to 3-3 on the year. Now back to 500 and look to be possibly in midseason form.
Yeah. Big strike, I would say here. I mean, the Patriots, and they have a couple more what should be freebies on the schedule. They were always going to have a hard first couple games, and then kind of like that a nice middle of the season 5, 6, 7 game stretch against teams like the Bears and the Browns and all that. I think one thing, because there's a lot of talk, especially kind of being from the New England area, listening to the New England sports radio, all that good stuff. All that. So I know that there's a lot of talk about the Bailey Zappi, Mac Jones sort of stuff. And I guess I'll just say, I think that the coach, like this, like the coaching, right? The fact that Bill Belichick has somehow done it again, right? Even the fact that they won these, these are real El Cheapo sort of teams, right? That the Browns and the Lions and whatever, but still, the fact that he's gotten the offense is rolling with a third string rookie quarterback, and they're putting up 38. Was it against them? And not like the other games where they had like defensive scoring. This was like 37, 38 offensive points against the Browns, right? A team that's not like an absolutely terrible team. I mean, they're not good, and they're the Browns, but so coaching's a big question. But like, hey, they're putting up points. And I think in terms of the quarterback stuff, I personally am still gonna say, I mean, this next week, I think Bailey Zappi should start because I don't think Mac will be fully healthy, but I mean, unless he is, but I would still say to ride with Mac. Bailey Zappi's doing really well, but like, I mean, I think he should have a like a game count, right? If Mac has, even after everything, he has 1 or 2 bad games, I like 1 or 2 more. I think you have to start like you bench him and you put in Zappi right at the point there. But in the first couple weeks of the season, they were having Mac, and maybe it was Mac, maybe it was something else, but they were having Mac gunslinging, right? Mac had I think it was like the deepest depth of target in the league or something, like by far. I mean, not by far, but they were having him sling it, and I'm assuming it was a having thing. My biggest problem with Mac is not his play in those first couple weeks. It's all the buzz right now about conflicts with the staff, that he was really upset. I think that Josh McDaniels left, and I think he was one of the players that might have been more vocal about not liking the offensive changes, which, as it turns out, have been working. You mean
not liking 2
decently.
Defensive coaches running the offense? You think Mac was upset about that?
Hey, yeah, he was, and frankly, I would say justifiably, but it's working now, and Zappi's making it work. And obviously, yes, they probably asked him to do different things, but if Mac doesn't come, I 100% think as soon as he's healthy, put Mac in. But once he kind of falters, if he's kind of not doing things, the Belichick way, if he's not playing as well, then I mean, at a point then I say definitely put it with how young they both are. I think definitely put in Zappi, but I still think Mac. I still have more faith. There's a reason Mac was a 1st-round pick and Zappi was a 4th-round pick. I don't know what the reason is, right? I'm not a college football analyst, but there's some right? And we can't just all point to Tom Brady and say, "Oh, this dude was picked in the 6th round." That means that means picks don't matter. Like, I don't know.
No, I mean,
I don't. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on that?
I'm pretty shocked. I think that's a pretty spicy take. I have my own thoughts on the Patriots, but I have to kind of bookend them for a second, because your suggestion that if Mac comes in and plays a couple of bad games, they should run with Zappi. I mean, I don't know. You got to remember, Mac Jones was the best rookie.
I mean, couple. It could be like 3, right?
Of the 2021 draft. He outplayed Lawrence, Fields, Wilson, even Davis Mills. It just seems a little bit. I don't know. It seems a little bit early to be calling.
I don't think it's 1 or 2, but I think it's
3.
3. I mean, it depends. It depends. I mean, frankly, it depends how bad those games are.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, I mean, it depends on the game quality, but after a couple, like they're both rookies, right? It's not, and at a point, it's like, I don't know. More
Mac's
what I
not
mean
a
is,
rookie,
what I
but
mean, yeah, exactly, yeah, but it's more what I mean is if they put Mac in, because he should get to play at least one or two of these freebie. There's enough freebie games here. He should get to play at least one or two of them. If they put him into one or two, and they ask him to do what Zappy was doing, and he can't, then because he should be doing everything Zappy's been doing, Mac was doing all of last season. But Mac was doing last season. But if Mac comes in and he can't even in this new scheme, mental whatever it is, he can't even do what Zappy's been doing. Now that kind of it seems like the team is clicking more, the offense is clicking more, the defense is the run game. Like if they go in and the coaching staff tells Mac go keep gunslinging and he sucks, then no. But I think from a coaching standpoint, if you're Bill Belichick and you tell Mac do what Zappy was just doing those 3 games, and he tries and he can't, then I don't know. Mac hasn't earned his spot.
I hear you. Maybe he hasn't. I would think maybe at this point he has, but we'll agree to disagree on this.
We're getting bogged down on this. Yeah, that's an episode worth there.
I would like to point out. I want to say 2 things. First of all, I'm going to preface this with the Browns are a pretty decent team. Now you say, okay, this is an easier game. Yeah, they're 2-4. They don't have their starting quarterback, but Brissett's played well. Their defense has played decent.
The running game has been good.
The run game is really good, and that's what I want to highlight. The Patriots really stopped Chubb and Kareem Hunt in this game impressively. Their secondary played well, but all that to say, it was a lot closer than the score suggests. This was in fact a 9-point game with I think 6 minutes left, and the Browns had the ball at that point. Or no, they had the ball. They scored. They went for the onside kick, and the New England basically gave them an onside kick. This was a completely blown onside kick. I'm not sure if you saw this, but that was a split in and of itself. And it just basically the only reason that the Browns didn't get it was because there was a Browns guy who was making the recovery at near the out of bounds, and another Browns guy came in and tried to make the recovery while being out of bounds, which was illegal. So, and it's 9 points, so I wasn't really that concerned.
No,
but it was closer.
Yeah, that's a good point. Exactly.
It was closer. And then after that, in 6 minutes, the Patriots scored 2 TDs. The Browns gave up a TD really quickly. Then
mentally devastating. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they turned the ball over again in the 5 minutes and gave up another TD. So 38 points.
I think that's true.
You know, but anyway, to move on. True. Yeah, we got another strike here. Eagles remain undefeated and beat the Cowboys. Eagles are now 6-0. So
NFC Beast.
26-17 on Sunday Night Football. The Eagles kind of controlled the game the entire time. Cowboys made a little push in the late third, early fourth quarter.
Pretty close. Pretty close game, I would say.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the game?
Thoughts? I have no thoughts. No, I mean,
you have no thoughts. That's good because I have plenty. If you want me to,
no. I've got a lot fewer thoughts than you. The one piece of thought I'll add, and I'm sure you'll talk about this. Any Cooper Rush, the whole Cooper Rush undefeated as a starter kind of meme gets to die, right? He was 18 for 38, 181 yards, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. I think it was a close game, which I think bodes well. Oh, actually, Eagles scored 20 points in the second quarter. I forgot about that. But generally, the Cowboys defense still looked okay. I mean, not as good in this game as in other games, but I mean, I want to give you the floor on this one.
Yeah. Okay. So I got some pretty good analysis here. I'm going to say you already hit on the first thing I'll say, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, the Cooper Rush thing, it's over. All right. People take your Cooper Rush jerseys, take them home. This guy did exactly what he's been doing for 4 weeks. He's been doing just enough. He hasn't been stellar. He hasn't been fantastic. He's been decent to good. Except this week he was decent. Yeah, he did his job. This week he was decent to good and bad. He was still the exact same he was, except now he threw 3 picks. He made some bad decisions, and against a pretty good Philadelphia secondary. And so we're just going to table that. Other thing, people are going to say, Jared, why are you not killing Mike McCarthy for his clock management, game management stuff? Again, I am fully aware of this. I'm fully aware that I texted Jack when this happened.
We talk about this every other episode, you know?
Yeah, first quarter, CeeDee Lamb reaches out, gets the first down on 3rd down. He gets it. The refs bring it back like half a yard and says he doesn't have the first down. Before a replay is even shown, the Cowboys offense hurries up. They don't slow down to wait for the replay. They hurry up. And then they go for it on 4th and 1 and they don't get it. And
is that the Cooper Rush bootleg?
Yeah, it was 4th and 1.
They have 4th and 1, they have a bootleg out.
And Cooper Rush is bootlegging on 4th and 1.
Oh jeez!
I can't. The sequence of events. Now you're going to say, but why aren't you? Now I am talking about it. I got to do it. I didn't want to talk about it, but we are fully aware that Mike McCarthy is an idiot. We're fully aware of this, but that's not the story from last night because we already knew this. We knew this is going to continue to happen. This is going to happen over and over again
until Jerry fires him and replaces him with someone identical.
Yeah, exactly. And so, I'm frustrated too, but that's not the story. The story is that the actual star of this team, Micah Parsons, was mostly neutralized for the first time in his career. I mean, they were showing it. Collinsworth was breaking it down because it was really unbelievable to not block. They were not blocking Parsons, and they were just killing the defense with the read option. Basically, Jalen Hurts was standing there and deciding whether he was going to give it to the running back, throw the ball, or run himself. And it's basically the triple read option. It's the run, pass read option. And Micah Parsons is standing there not being blocked off the edge. And they're just playing around him. Yeah. They didn't have an adjustment. He's reading Micah Parsons or whoever was on the edge. Sometimes it was Armstrong. Sometimes it was Lawrence, but most often it was Micah Parsons. They were simply reading Micah Parsons and neutralizing him. And I don't know if there was another time that I can think of when that's happened in the last year and a half since Micah Parsons has come to the team. I mean, they only scored 26 because the defense got better in the second half. They did slightly better against Jalen Hurts, but that's what's concerning to me as a Cowboys fan because I already know that Mike McCarthy is going to butcher some of these things, and that's why there is like a ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Because
and we know it's Cooper Rush; he's a backup, right? Those sorts of we don't need to dwell too long on that sort of stuff.